We live in this joint, bro.
Live. Episode 6, 9,
69.
6, 9.
you
For all
should
you,
have had a sex expert on here.
for all you. Well, nowadays all you gotta do is go to the internet. Everybody's a sex expert.
That's facts. That's facts. Everybody is a sex expert. Everybody got the best sex. Everybody got the best everything.
Yeah.
Nobody is learning.
Nope.
Nobody is learning. Everybody is you
Everybody
know,
a pro.
everybody is a pro. Every female got the best coochie.
Every female.
Every dude is slanging dangalang. So
What you call it? The golden penis.
the golden, yeah, they got that gold
Yeah.
member.
That gold member.
Yeah, but the
Gold
math
member.
be mathing though, bro.
It don't be mathing.
The math don't be mathing.
Oh boy, the math ain't nothing.
Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just saying the math don't
Peace.
be mathing sometimes.
Look, Peace. When you go on social media, it's people always, make their little status, about this and that, and you know, dudes mess with me because they know I that wop wop. Dudes that I got that wop wop and all that. But I be saying to myself, how does you saying that every dude know, or just the dudes you've been with? And how do you know that they feel that way about you? Did you do a survey? Did you ask
Right,
them to fill out a form to say, check this box from 1 to 10? You know what I'm saying?
right.
Stuff like that.
I
They
think you
just
know what.
it's cap.
I think I think sometimes ladies, just from conversation, I think sometimes ladies think because a guy keeps having sex with them that guys may say stuff during sex that may make them think that they the best ever, but sometimes guys have sex because you're convenient, and
Yay! There you go. There you go.
sometimes guys say things in the moment that can get you to do stuff,
Yep. Yep.
uh
In that
and
moment.
sometimes and sometimes you may be that person, you know what I'm saying, but
True.
I just to me I feel like when you can't really believe things guys say during sex or
Mm.
women either.
I feel that. I feel that.
I don't think you can believe stuff because people be in the moment and your full brain ain't there.
True.
You just be you
True.
in a a different kind of state. If you, I mean, if you're having a good time, I would guess that. But
Well, as I'm from a guy's perspective, if a chick tell you, man, you know, you want to see what that mouth do, he gonna listen. He gonna listen. He gonna listen. Like you gonna lock him in. You gonna lock him in with that. But again, she could be lying. You know what I'm saying? She could be full of, mess.
what you mean, like if a lady tell a guy that?
Yeah, like don't you want to see what this mouth do? And the guy may be like, but she may be lying. She just may be
But
using
do
that.
guys, but do guys really? If do, I don't think no guy's gonna stop a lady if she said that.
If he's an upstanding gentleman, he would.
I don't believe it.
No, You
I
don't you
don't.
don't believe it. You don't
Nope. I
believe
don't.
it?
Okay, I don't. So what if the lady say that and she horrible?
Then the next time she dropped a little message on him like, man, what you on? Won't you come see me? Let's hang out. He gonna leave on ignore because he already know it's trash. But
Right.
again, the mouth may be trash, but you never know. The box may not. So you never know. You just never know.
Let me ask you this though, bro. Do guys do guys tell women that? Like for in a sense, like do they if they really think this lady is she A1 or fire or whatever stuff like that, do do guys say that in a serious sense? Do
Do
you
they
do
tell her that?
they tell her that, or they just tell somebody else that?
Well, first of all, most guys they gonna ghost her anyway if it's trash.
Well, if it's
They
not
gonna
trash,
go.
I'm saying if it's good,
Oh, if it's good, yeah, he gonna tell her.
you so what point will ladies believe that though? Because you said that everybody be if the ladies is going on the internet saying they so if guys are telling them that, then that would mean that's their proof then, right?
Well, if he's a frequent flyer, you a lady will know.
Mm-hmm.
A
What
lady
you
will
mean?
know. Like if he constantly, you know what I'm saying, he keep coming back over and over. He a frequent flyer. She'll know. And like I said, he gonna be telling her every chance he get. So she'll know. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a sign. There's always gonna be some type of evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then by that, then all those ladies who be talking that they box is amazing. Then I would expect then at some point some guy told them that.
Probably so. Probably some guy told him that. But
Yeah.
again, everything's based upon opinion. So he may like what she offer, but the next dude might be like, oh, it's mid. I mean, yeah, this is what it is.
Calling the box mid is hilarious.
There's some mid box out there.
It's a
That
okay.
don't mean it's trash. It's just mid.
What is mid though? What is mid though? Like
Like there's a chance that it probably could be better, but it probably won't be. That's what I'm saying.
what? How could it could be better, bro? And it won't be.
Because if you had some 5 bucks, you know her name. You know it. You experienced it.
Hmm.
But the other chick, it just may be mid. It just may not be that fire.
That's
That's
hilarious.
all.
That's hilarious.
Just like with females. Females say, "Oh yeah, that dude, well, he mid." Okay, or they be like, "Yeah, dude can get out. He know what he doing." Everybody always gonna be put in a category. Whether it's just life.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's true.
This is the truth. That's all. This is the truth.
That's true.
And see, that's a hell of a way to kick off episode 69. Look at that.
Episode 69 is people say 69 is overrated.
Hold on. Let's first of all, we about to jump right into that because that's what I wanted to start with. That's what I want to start with. So
This
it's
an
episode
X-rated, this an X-rated conversation.
it's episode 69. Some of that podcast. I'm Coach Mo. We got Tease over there.
How y'all
We
doing?
back with another week. Last week's show was off the chain.
It
It was it
was
was it
was
was
fun.
OC. It was OC
I didn't see you, but I was there.
from the pre and post show. It was off the chain.
Yeah, y'all,
And yeah,
y'all.
and yes, Latisse was there, y'all. I told y'all in the beginning of the podcast that she ain't going nowhere. She just decided to be in the back. She didn't want to do Puffy. She just decided to be in the back. You know,
Yeah, I
you
ain't
know
want
what
to
I'm
do
saying. But
that. But that was
we
because that
back.
was y'all. That was. I don't even. I don't ever try to act like I'm a person or I'm a woman that's. I'm not Jamel Hill, right? I'm not an analytical woman sports fan. I am a casual fan. I like the home team and I like a couple, other teams, but in general, I'm a casual fan. So because I know that I'm a casual fan, I I um I wasn't gonna interject myself in y'all conversation because y'all coaches, y'all ex players, and I'm just like I'm not gonna be sitting there looking like legally blind. So I'm gonna
Legally
just
Blonde.
I'm just be in the
Wow.
background, making sure y'all stay on time and doing all that stuff because, yeah, all I'm gonna say is see red. I mean, I ain't stupid. I understand. Obviously, I understand basketball. I understand play. I understand calls. I'm just saying, I'm not as analytical as you guys. So I was just like, I didn't want to be, you
See,
know, I'm
you
not an
gonna have
athlete. I'm not an
you,
athlete. So
you're gonna have some guests on the show, and I'm gonna be in the background because I'm not
right,
gonna be knowing what y'all talking about. But
right.
I'm gonna be Mr. Research Face. That's what I'm gonna be.
I was pulling up stats for y'all.
Yeah, you did. But like I said though, you still know. I mean, players.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not like watching the basketball game saying touchdown. Like I'm not that. I'm not doing that.
was
Like
that a field goal? Did he make a field goal?
right, like I'm not saying home run. Like I'm definitely not doing that. I'm just saying
Yeah, yeah.
I know my lane, and I'm just like I'm a casual fan, and I understand. I know a lot of the players because I like to watch it because I'm just not I'm not an athlete.
Mhm.
So, but we had a good conversation though, y'all. It was a lot of funny moments. So shout out
Make sure y'all make sure
to
y'all
the two
go
tall guys.
make sure y'all go subscribe. Episode 68 is on YouTube. It's up on the. You can watch the whole episode. Like I said, it's some great. It was some hell of a one-liners in there. It's a lot of
Yes,
quotables. A lot of quotables.
yes,
The two homies, the tall guys, they they came through and
they
man, do
silly.
it. They came through and did exactly what I wanted them to do.
Yeah, they always argue on the internet, but they don't really argue for real though. It's just
No,
be,
no,
it just be, it'd be funny.
it'd be real funny. It'd be real funny, but it's good though. I had fun. I had fun last week.
Yeah, it was
Um,
a good show.
but now we on episode 69 tonight. So the question we starting off with is 69 the position, the sexual position. I don't know who created it, but is it overrated? I'm gonna say with an emphatic hell yeah, it's overrated
Why you say that, bro?
because I feel like if you haven't done that position at a young age, when you're super young, super energetic, and you've never done it before, then I think you have fun, you get the most out of it. But as you get older, you know,
And
you
your
if
body
you're
moving slow.
your your body moving slow, you got ADD, you can't pay attention to more than one thing at the same time. So I just feel like now it's super overrated. But you still got some people who love to do it, but as you get older, you ain't as flexible anymore either, in my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not as flexible. And it's like you said, I think when you're younger, you can move around probably a whole lot more than your 40-year-old bones can do. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's their experience is different, you know. It's it's
Very
it's
different.
it's different. I never, what's funny? That 69 is basically like the cancer sign too. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
so yeah, anyway, I'm a
I
cancer.
peeped, I peeped that too. I was like, damn, that's the whole sign, huh?
Yeah, that's
But
weird. But no, I think I would agree with you because I always wondered like why, like trying to do two things at once, it's already a challenge, right?
very, very
I,
challenging.
I feel like I feel like if you were doing one, you probably not focus on the other thing. So, but I guess like you
True,
said, when you was younger and you had the adrenaline. I could see younger people probably being thinking that's something. But I think people see that stuff on TV and
they
they
do.
watch porn and stuff and think it's like the people in porn they have like 55 takes, to get stuff
Yes,
loose,
yes.
right? And also too, a lot of them do work out, to be a little more
Hmm.
agile and a little more, flexible. So it
And
ain't gonna
look a
translate
certain
the
way.
same. Right. It ain't gonna translate the same when you just the regular, you know, Mary and
Yeah,
John having sex. It's gonna
that,
be a little different.
right. It ain't gonna be the same when you're a regular Joe. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
gonna look a little different. Look a
That
little
just got
different,
off
man.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even in the movies or whatever in the porn, like they look like they comfortable doing it, but if you just a regular smuggler, she ain't gonna be able to hold that position that long. Them knees gonna start hurting. That back gonna start hurting. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be it ain't sweet what everybody think it is. But hey, to each his own. We at some of that pod. We encourage everybody to get down like they live. We ain't in
Yeah.
no judgment, but but for us, I just feel like, hey, right now it's overrated.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I think it's just the TV thing that people
Hmm.
do. I don't yeah, I think it's just people say I think it just got popular because the songs and
Yep.
like people somehow equate that to like being some super freak. You know what I'm saying? So I guess
Facts.
teachers
Facts.
teachers know if that's what you
Now,
do. Hey.
now let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this, because we're talking about 69. What's your what's your favorite freaky song? Uh huh.
What do you guys want to know?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. The people want to know, Teeth. The people want to know.
Oh boy, let's see. Okay, so I gotta preface this right
Sorry,
because
sorry, Auntie. Sorry, Auntie. If you're
I'm
listening.
sorry, AT. Sorry, sorry, Uncle. Don't listen.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, listen. All right. So I'm gonna preface this by saying like it depends, right? Because you can
Hmm.
have like, so there'll be songs that may like that like if you in love, freaky songs, and then it's songs like maybe you just having a good time, freaky
Got you.
songs.
Got you.
So
Got you.
I would say like a love freaky song that I like is 112 Make Love.
Got you. Okay.
So I like that. And I would
Great
say like
album. Great album too.
that's it's like no stops for me
Yeah,
on
great
that
album.
that
That's a
that,
great
that
album.
112 part three, no stops.
Yeah, yeah.
Um okay, and then let's see, like a song that's probably like just get down how you get down. It's so I got a couple R. Kelly songs in my head.
Of
And
course.
then so I mean, down low remix.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Down
yeah,
low
yeah.
remix. I see
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
on your booty.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah, 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 yeah. That was cold.
Trey songs,
Which Trace? What
uh
song? What jump?
maybe neighbors know my name.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
that's all I'm thinking that comes to my head right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, you know what? You know what's one for me? It's always gonna be one for me. Even when I was a shorty, it's crazy because even as a shorty, I ain't know nothing about no sex and no freaking. But it's always one for me. I always gonna do it, and that's R. Kelly. Seems like you ready.
Ah! None of us knew, but none of us was doing that stuff.
No, none of us know it.
Yeah.
But
Seemed like
that's
you ready that
always one.
but you know what? Yeah. But it's so crazy because when you listen to R. Kelly songs now, bro, do you think like, man, was he talking to a kid?
I did. I had that moment. I did have that moment. I did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did have that moment.
That's a good one though. That's a good one.
Then my other one, I don't know. This song just calling me. Janet Jackson's Warmth.
I can't remember that one.
Yeah, yeah, Janet just the whole song just man. It's over the top.
You know
She
you an
talk
old school freak when you say Janet Jackson warmth.
yeah, when you hear that song Warmth, you're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Yeah,
mean you
Janet
old.
Janet about that life.
Well, you know what? Janet show's always been, you know, risque, so to speak.
Yeah,
So
it has been always been risque.
yeah, so that
But th-
that that falls in line with her.
but those are my songs, the quote unquote freaky songs.
Quote
You know what I
unquote freaky
mean?
notes.
The quote
Well,
unquote
yeah, when
freaky
y'all listen
songs.
to this, y'all gotta tell us what y'all. This is what we gonna do, bro. We gonna post on the IG page for
Hmm.
everybody to drop they in the mood playlist. So we're gonna
Yeah.
make some of that podcast in the mood playlist, but it's gonna be based upon what y'all put in the comments. So
Right. Right. Yeah, in the
this
mood
what
playlist. That
yeah.
works.
So we gonna do that this week.
Either the in the
Yeah.
mood playlist or no
It's
pull
gonna
out
be
playlist.
interesting. Oh,
Either
uh,
one. It don't
no
matter.
comment. No comment.
Don't matter. Either.
I do not advocate that life.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Letitia's not advocating it. She's definitely
I
not.
do not advocate that life.
She's definitely not advocating that life.
Yeah, I am a kid free person for a reason. So I do not advocate that life.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Letitia's basically telling y'all, like, look, she ain't with it. No
Yeah.
love, no love.
Yeah. You can't do I don't understand. Like, I'm not wait, that's so stupid, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna be 41 years old talking, oops. Oops, I'm
Yeah,
pregnant. Fuck out. Oops. No, there's no
yeah.
oops. You pregnant at 41. Like you
Ain't
can't
no
be like,
oops.
ain't no oops. You can't just be out the raw dog and everybody. That's just no.
They be
Yeah.
getting down too, boy. But
Yeah. But
that's
I think bro, seriously, I think people think because HIV drugs have progressed so much that they don't really care if they.
Man.
Cause you saw that boy that got arrested like a couple weeks ago. He gave like
Mm-hmm.
women HIV. He was
Mm-hmm.
like, it ain't no big deal. It's not a death sentence no more. Excuse you?
And they pushing these HIV drugs too.
Yeah,
You see
that's
them
all these
commercials?
commercials. Yeah, yeah. They definitely. But to me, I'll be when I see commercials, I'd be like, if the drug do all of that, then to me, it can get rid of it too. Then
Hey, I be thinking that, but that's too much like right.
yeah,
Too much like
because
right.
there's too much money in drugs,
Too
so
much money.
it's
Way
it's
too much
it's
money.
it's it's easier to keep you sick and say we can almost you can have HIV and these drugs can make it so that it's not noticeable in your blood instead of just
Right.
saying we can shit out your blood.
Right.
Yeah. So
And now they got like I was on Twitter. They were talking about they got this like confessions thread and whatever the name of the HIV drug. It was like people you could take that right before you have sex or after you have sex.
that's
I'm like
crazy.
I'm like wait a minute. You mean tell me these people have found a
Never
way?
recognize.
They done
It ain't
found
that
a
much
way
in
to
the
get
world,
around this shit.
bro. That's crazy. That it's not that much.
Yeah,
I don't even understand. Like it's no nothing in me wants to have raw sex that much. I just don't like that. I want to risk my life. That's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's I don't
to
I don't
it's you
think
know what? I think nowadays dudes just don't even care.
they don't. Well, women
I
don't
don't
either
think they
though.
care.
You
And I
can't
think
you can't blame it all on the boys because the boys ain't doing it to themselves. So if a lady tell you strap up, you gonna do it.
or
Otherwise,
if a,
she ain't gonna, or you ain't gonna
or if a
go.
lady don't stop you, if she don't
Or if she
stop you
don't
and tell
stop you
you,
right. So
yeah,
it's enough blame from everybody. I think dudes don't care, but I think girls don't either. Because it's like I said, it's the idea of that HIV and AIDS it don't kill you no more. So they be forgetting about other stuff though. Herpes is a thing.
yeah, that's the thing right
Gonorrhea
here.
is a thing. Syphilis is a thing. Genital warts is a thing. So
See, it's the
yeah,
one you can't get rid of.
right.
That's the
Some of that
one.
shit is not. You know, you don't want that. You don't want scabs on your eggplant.
No, you don't.
You
You
don't
don't.
want that. You don't want that.
You don't want craters on your eggplant. No, no,
No,
bro.
you don't
That
want
ain't
crabs.
good for you, bro. You don't want that, bro.
No, no. So
It's
yeah.
this dude on Twitter. He had posted. He told a story like what happened to him the other day. He from Chicago. He said chick came to the crib, whatever, you know, and they was talking whatever. They had dinner, and then it was about time for them to do their thing. He pulled out a condom. She was like, "Nah, I don't want that. I don't do that." So he was like, "All right, I'm open the door. You, you need to have a nice night." And he
Mm-hmm.
was he was like this chick must think that I'm just reckless like the other dude she been with or whatever. And people was in the thread like, man, bro, you that shallow? I was like, damn, see these
Oh,
it's man, I'm telling you, man,
crazy. But that's
it's
why
crazy.
certain parts of our community, it's a high rate of HIV, depending on where
Yep,
you live. Like,
yep.
it's just too dangerous, bro. Like, I think you just can't be out there bad like that. And I think it's just people be too loosey goosey about it. Like,
I remember back in the day, man, I think I was in high school or yeah, maybe my early on in college. They used to talk about Maywood. If you met a chick from Maywood, she was
oh
burning.
yeah, I remember
I used to
that.
be like, damn, like
They
this
said
is
it about
crazy.
Marshall too, bro.
And they said it about Proviso East.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, that's some
Sorry to
slander.
our guys on East and Marshall people, but they did say that back in the day. I
Hey,
think was on that too.
yeah.
Yeah, man, that's messed
Well,
up.
Marshall was known for them chicks burning and bulldaggers. So you already know it was
Burning
you
bull daggers, that's something.
you couldn't that's what it was. Remember, and it's funny because Why did old people make that name up, Tease? Oh my
Bull
God.
dagger. I had no. I don't know, but it's the funny. If I hear somebody say bull dagger, I'll lose it.
Me too. I lose it
I don't even
too.
know why. It's just like because it's so stupid. Like, where did you get bull dagger from? Like, what does that have to even do with somebody being like a woman being gay? Like,
What's the
I have to.
correlation?
We gotta ask an old person that. Like, what did that mean? Because it's just
Man, I heard my
it's
uncle say it one time. Man, I was crying laughing. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, man, I ain't never heard that before. And just the
I
way
never.
you said it, the way you said it, I was like, bunch of. He was like, man, them was a bunch of bulldogs. I was like, what? What was that?
Yes, that bull dagger is hilarious. 'Cause
It's
it's like,
hilarious, man. Hilarious.
yeah,
Bulldog.
where did y'all get that from? We want to know.
We want to know. But anyway, hey, everybody, that was our dedication to episode 69. Unfortunately, we didn't have no sex expert on here, but
All
again,
all y'all internet sex experts can chime in.
y'all can chime in. Hey, y'all can even chime in and tell us what y'all favorite, if TC9 is y'all favorite or not, whatever. If y'all got a story you want to tell about 69, feel free, leave a comment. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, send it to us anonymously, and we'll read it next week.
We can definitely do that. You can email. Hey, matter of fact, if you want to, you can email the pod.
Mhm.
Y'all, 69 experience. Well,
Too.
let's see. How was your week, Tease?
So far so good. I
Yeah.
mean, it's we record it's early today, so it's so far so good. I've
Mm,
been working on getting my finances together. So, you know, um I can finally see the light, bro.
the light?
I've never been a person that's been ashamed to or try to act like I got it all together because
No,
I
you
don't.
never have. You
Because
never
I
have.
don't. I feel like um I think that's why I have the friends that I have and I meet people.
Mm-hmm.
People feel comfortable with me because I'm not a judgy person. And also like I don't think I'm better than people, right? I'm not poor, but I ain't where I want to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
I've been working on some stuff to get my finances into high gear because I'm older and when I retire, I want to be done. And I don't want no BS lingering on my credit. Like I'm just like,
I like
you get to
that.
a certain age, you just want to be comfortable. And I
Mm-hmm.
want to be the rich auntie and I want to travel when I
The
want.
rich auntie.
Yeah, rich auntie, like, I could call my friends and we could say, we going to Miami today, just for the day, just to
Yeah.
go ride a boat, and we gonna come back tomorrow. Like I want that, so I'm preparing. You got to prepare for that financially. You can't spend frivolously. I never did really spend crazy anyway, but life happens, and yeah, I'm excited about just getting back on track because it's other stuff I want to do with my blog and my planning business. So you know
Mm-hmm.
you got to have your money together for that stuff. So I'm
And
excited
you definitely have to plan it right, because
for it to be
find,
successful. You got to
yep,
invest in yourself. Yeah,
yep, invest in yourself. That's a good point. Invest in yourself.
yeah. So, what?
Um,
How about you, bro? How's your week?
well, it was since we on Monday. The weekend was busy because I was with my
Yeah, I
daughter
said weekend. How was your
all
weekend?
weekend, all weekend with her. And she was on spring break, so she was hanging out with everybody she know, like she was on
Yeah.
spring break. So I was the
Yeah.
designated driver. Um, my son finally he official now. He got his license on Friday,
All right.
so
So now
he
you can be like,
official.
go pick up your sister.
Yeah, he did that on Friday. He picked her up from her and her friends went to some what's it called, Urban Air.
Hmm.
They went there and he picked them up. I was like, man, that's your job, man. He was because I told him I was like, he like, well, Dad, I want to go see my girlfriend. I was like, hey, you go over there, y'all can go eat, but when your sister call you, you gotta go get her.
Yeah.
He looked at me. He was like, okay, because he know I
That's
told
the
him, I
deal.
said, hey man, I told him, I said, that's gonna be the deal, bro.
Mhm. That's I mean, I
Nine.
picked up this when I started driving. That's how I've become the good driver that I am. I just have an amazing record, and I am a woman that can parallel park in one go. So don't do me when you see me, because I learned how
Damn.
to drive with my first car was a Monte Carlo, so a big body
Yep.
Chevy. So I know how to park. Okay,
It was it was red.
it was red. Yeah. Yeah, but I did that too. I was just saying, like, when my parents because they was both working. So when I got my license for my license officially, I would go pick them up from my grandma house or after school,
Hmm.
depending on where they was at. When I got out of school, I go pick them up. So that way when my parents came home, they didn't have to make another trip to go pick them up from my grandma house, stuff like that. So
It was
you know,
perfect.
I started driving a lot young. So that was like giving me practice, you know what I'm saying, to go pick them up. So I liked it. Because it
And
made
then
me
your
practice, it gave me practice with driving, and then
and your
you
dad
know,
trusted you.
he did. I definitely wasn't on no BS. To be crazy, I wasn't the perfect child, but I think because I was the oldest, I ain't doing a lot of stuff. Like, as crazy as it
Hmm.
is, bro, I never thought about taking the car somewhere else. I just didn't. I knew, I was like, but they left the car for me to go pick up my sisters, and I ain't go get in the car until it was time for me to go. Like, I used to be
Exactly.
like, they probably know how much gas in here anyway. So if I'm riding around town, they gonna know. Or I'm like, if it just my luck, I get into an accident. So I was too scared to do, because I'm like, I ain't wanna be. If I got into an accident, I wanted it to be because I was on my way doing what my daddy told me to do. Otherwise,
Hmm.
I was gonna be in trouble. So
You
yeah.
wasn't about to deviate from what he told you to do. You know what I'm
Heck
saying?
no.
Yeah.
Heck no.
And
So
you was afraid of your daddy. So you know what I
I
mean?
was. I
You
was.
you figure your dad gonna do something to you if you didn't do what he told you to do.
And let's be clear, my mama is short, but she didn't play
See?
those games either.
See?
Everybody think my mama was quiet. Mama's not quiet. She just,
Mm.
she don't talk, she don't just be talking for no reason. She ain't loud, but listen, when mama raised her voice, yeah, it's we know we done messed up. So
Them be the ones. The ones
yeah.
that quiet when they finally do say something, you be like, oh shit.
Oh
Uh
yeah, you're
oh.
right. Exactly, because of the fact she don't like she don't like she wasn't like quick fuse with us. So
Hmm.
if we made mama upset, we know we really ran out.
Yep.
Cause
Y'all made upset, it's a problem.
she gave us too many. She's was patient with us. So yeah,
I believe I would definitely
if
believe
you
that.
make mama mad, then you didn't ran out.
True that. True
Yeah,
that. But yeah, that was my weekend. And Monday was just we was busy at work, and then like I said, we're doing the power early. Um, it was it. We had all that momentum from last week's pod, so
yeah.
it was a decent weekend, a real decent weekend. That weather was fantastic.
Her
You
brother
know.
was. Oh, I forgot to shout out too. One shout out to another friend of the show, Carya. She had a show on Friday. It was the
Oh yeah,
bomb.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It
yeah.
was the bomb.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Kai. I heard she did outstanding.
She was outstanding. Because here's the thing, we all know everybody can't sing Whitney.
True that.
Whitney is a hard sing.
True that.
Okay, Whitney
True
is a
that.
hard thing, but she killed it. She killed it, and yeah. If y'all want to see what she's doing, follow her at Carya Holmes on Instagram and Facebook, and you can see when she gonna be around a lot this summer as far as
Okay.
performing. So y'all definitely check out her shows, and she might be having some new music coming too. So
Really?
yep. So yeah,
Oh,
y'all
okay.
support my good sister.
Hey, Kaya, I know you're gonna listen to this episode. So when you get ready to launch that new music, come on the pod
Mm-hmm.
and let's talk about the new music, Kaya. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it, and then
Yeah.
Kaya, when you do like a little live listening session, just throw it out there. Me and Tisa come, we'll set up. You know what I mean?
A show.
We can do a little pod from there. We can see people asking questions, listen to the music. Be a whole
We can
vibe,
host it
Kaya.
for you. We can host it for you.
Yeah, we can host it. It'd be a whole vibe. We can do it, Kaya.
Musical guest coming next week too, so I'm excited about that too. So
Oh yeah, next
yeah,
week. Yeah,
it's gonna be
in
gonna
the
be a
studio. In
mm-hmm.
the studio.
Yes. So But anyway, yeah, I just thought about that, so I wanted to get that the way. Just go ahead and y'all check out that was a highlight of my weekend. It's supporting my
Yeah,
best friend and yeah, she was great.
that was dope. That was dope.
Yep.
So, other than a great weekend with weather, there's some other shit that happened this weekend in Chicago. A lot of y'all badass kids decided to be local terrorists in downtown Chicago. You know,
Mhm.
this whole they call it trend or whatever it is,
What
where they
is that,
all
bro?
where they
Where are
all meet up. It starts with a social media inbox or post, and everybody's supposed to meet up in the same location, and then I guess not only do they meet up in crowds, but they just decide, hey, we're gonna start fucking with people just because, which I think is the dumbest shit ever. And I just want to say this to everybody who makes excuses for these kids and try to say, well, when we were shorties, we did the same thing. Um, that's I call cap, I call
Mhm,
BS, because
mhm.
when we were shorties, when we went downtown, we was trying to get on chicks.
Right.
We didn't
Mhm.
just randomly mess with people and beat up white women at trying to get inside their house. We didn't just jump on cars and break windows just because. We didn't do that dumb shit. That's
Right.
dumb. We got
Right.
on. We was trying to get on chicks. We was going to Navy Pier. We was going to the
Mhm.
movies.
Going
That's what
to
we was doing.
the Buckingham Fountain.
We weren't trying to rob people. We weren't trying to vandalize. So
Nope,
all y'all who say, man, we did the same thing, I'm calling cap. I'm
we
calling
didn't.
cap. You can say whatever you want. You can comment. You can tag me. I don't believe it. I don't
Yep.
believe it. These kids nowadays have a different agenda. They have a
Mhm.
different agenda because there's no accountability. That's why
Right.
their agenda is different. They're not afraid of their parents. They're not afraid of the law. They're not afraid of adults. That's why they do this shit. And the last thing
Mhm.
I'm gonna say is this: people not gonna be people not gonna be satisfied till one of them MAGA CCL carrying dudes shoot 3 or 4 of these kids because they were fearing for their life. Then that's when y'all gonna get upset. But you know
Mhm.
what? I hate to say it, they shouldn't be fucking with people. I don't care. I don't care. You shouldn't fuck with people.
Right.
You just shouldn't for no reason. Because
Right.
nowadays you don't know who carrying what.
Right.
And if somebody decide, man, you jumping on my car, or what if they decide to run your ass over?
Yep. Yep.
That's another thing. But people wanna blame Lightfoot. He wanna blame the police. He wanna
Mhm.
blame the new mayor who ain't even been sworn in yet. Like
Right.
it's stupid. It
Mhm.
blame parents.
Right.
Accountability. That's who gets the blame. And these
Mhm.
dumbass kids.
Yeah. Facts. I wish I had a hand clap so I can go ahead and clap that up. That's all facts, though, bro. That's all facts because even on our baddest day, we weren't doing stuff like that. Even the kids that were quote unquote bad when we was growing up, bro, they weren't doing stuff like this. They
No.
was not doing stuff like this. I'm sorry. It
Mm.
just it just wasn't happening. And I know these kids they not dumb in the sense of that they um intellectually stupid. I think that I think they have information overload. One is that this technology and everything that they're receiving in your emerging brain, they haven't put it all together yet. And I think they
Right.
got too much shit going on in their head and they don't know what to do information. And it makes them, and I guess this they do make them a little crazy because they exposed to too much too early, too
Too
soon.
much.
And I think that because of how we were raised, and some of us, a lot of people was raised by their grandparents who had old school ways of raising. I know I've seen, you know, I'm not a parent, but I've seen parents in our generation on this soft parenting trip, right? Where it's, of trying not to be quote unquote how our parents were, not
Hmm.
whooping, not disciplining in that sense. And that's fine. You don't have to whoop your kids, right? I didn't get a
Hmm.
bunch of offers from my parents because it took one for me to know I'm not gonna pull it. But
Right.
also too, I just think that in 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 this quest to soft parent and also to to quote unquote give the kids what we didn't have, we've created entitled, spoiled, disrespectful kids as a community. They don't respect, like, when I see kids on the elevator cussing, I'm an adult. I'm a whole that's 40-year-old woman. If you're cursing around me, I'm gonna say, who we cursing around adults now? Don't curse around me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the I'm a fun auntie, but I'm not the adult that lets kids disrespect me or people around me. I work with kids, so I don't do that. I've always been, I guess I'm not a disciplinarian, but I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the
You
drill
just
team.
demand respect. You demand
I,
respect.
I don't do disrespectful kids. So,
Right.
I, but I also we wasn't raised that way. Like, it ain't no way. Just because I was at your house, I felt like I could cuss. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, your mama gonna cuss me out, and she gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
my daddy, and I'm gonna get in
Mm-hmm.
trouble when I get home. That's just how we was all raised. I'm not finna go to Carya house and act a fool because Auntie Lucy gonna say something, and then she gonna tell my parents, and it's double. But it's just like, even if it wasn't them, I don't want nobody else to happen to see me down the street cussing, and they go back to my parents like it's these kids not scared to go home.
No, they
Because
not.
with all these technology, with all these video, how y'all that comfortable going downtown in groups and not worried about your parents seeing y'all and getting in trouble?
Exactly.
And why isn't y'all brain saying we're walking into trouble?
Yep.
We are putting our lives literally in danger. Like
Facts.
like you said, all it's gonna take is for somebody to, cause I don't know what will possess a kid to jump on a moving car.
Me either. I don't understand it. And everybody just watch and then they start doing it. I don't get it, man.
I mean, this is the most monkey see, monkeys do stuff. Like, and it's stupid stuff. Like, I couldn't have saw somebody doing that at our age group, and I thought I was gonna do it too. Like, that
Yeah.
just no.
Yep.
No, it's just like you said, it's a lack of accountability, and people want to blame every excuse. Like, I understand some kids lie to their parents, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm going to so and so house," and they go somewhere, or we just going downtown to Buckingham Fountain, and they was on some other stuff. I'm sure there were some kids that lied about that, but I don't believe for a second all thousand of them kids lied about where they was going. I do not believe
No.
that. They tell
No.
their parents we going downtown, and
Yep.
their parents probably didn't because they ain't in tune on what's going on, probably didn't ask them any further, like, what you going downtown for, who you going downtown with, where you gonna be down. Because the thing is, to me, if you tell your daddy or your mother, your father, I'm finna be downtown, we having a get together at Millennium Park, if your parent happen to show up at Millennium Park, your ass better be there. That's
True.
how it should be. Y'all shouldn't be
True.
on some other all the way down somewhere else, dropping on people's cars. Because if you're doing that, like I said, you're not scared. You're not scared of consequences.
Hmm.
You're not scared of consequences, and it's
And they
just it was
not.
complete chaos, bro. And these are our kids. Like, I feel like we have to. It's parents can't do it all by themselves. It really is a community effort. Like, it should be. We should be able to care for our kids as a village. But the
Hmm.
thing is, because of you know how society is now, some parents don't want you to send them to their kids. They don't even want teachers to correct their kids. So
Nope.
they'll be like, my baby didn't do this, and my baby, it was actually someone, because Twitter show all the idiots. I remember an idiot on Twitter. If my if my daughter if my daughter come to your house and she don't feel like speaking, she don't have to speak.
That's an idiot. That's an idiot.
She can't you can't force if she's not in the mood, and she you can't force her to interaction. You and your rude ass child do not come to my house. Period. If that's how you're raising your child to not be respectful of adults and just have common courtesy when you come into a room, you can't. That's a child that's not going to be um in my house, and that's a child that's not going to last long in any kind of job because you can't do it that way. You
But
can't do it that way.
again, if that's what you're teaching your child, like again, I just firmly believe a lot of these kids, man, we talked about this a long time ago. These kids really don't know shit. They don't know a lot of shit.
They're not
They
being
don't
taught.
they not being taught. So half of it is like you feel bad for them because the adult in their life is not teaching them shit. And then the other half is like, okay, they on some of these a lot of these kids on the age of accountability. Like they know the shit they doing is wrong.
Yep.
They do. But when they don't have any fear of consequences, this is what you see.
Yep. And they feel like too, bro, like it's a they manipulative.
Yep.
They're manipulative, and it's these kids know more than we think they do. And it's they don't have to work for nothing. None of them
Nope.
kids down there, people was like, well, because it's nothing in the neighborhood and it's no resources. I'm gonna tell you what I saw yesterday on them videos. I saw inches longer than mine. I saw braids. I saw Jordans. I saw Air Max. I saw Gucci purses and Gucci belts and all these hoodies. They have everything. Everything. They're given everything. They have so
Yep.
much more than what we had, than any
Yep.
generation. They have so much more than any generation. And it's not an excuse about lack of resources because they got it. Now, obviously, there are people that do lack resources, but those kids down there does not. They were not. They were lacking discipline. That's what they were lacking.
Discipline.
They were lacking discipline. They were
And
lacking because there's Boys and Girls Club. It's churches that still have youth, but y'all don't want to go to church. Church is a white man's religion, so we don't want to do that.
listen, I understand that there isn't a lot of things for kids to do like it used to be. I understand that, but at the same time, that still doesn't mean you go downtown and start attacking people.
Right,
Like that's still not an excuse for you to do that.
right.
Be, like so, we gotta stop saying that. Like we understand as middle aged people that hey, you know what? Yeah, the hood has still got some messed up areas. They still lack a lot of resources. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
That still don't mean I need to go downtown and rob people.
And
That
mess with the
still don't
relationship that we have.
yeah, that still don't mean I need to go downtown and break car windows and get on top of CTA buses and kick the windows in like or harass people. That's not an excuse to say do we need something. No, no.
But let me tell you this, bro. I'm not saying that we don't lack resources, but to me, that stuff is being overstated because there are after school programs. We know it's not a Boys and Girls Club on every corner like we had growing up, or after school program like we used to have social center at schools. We know that some parts of the city don't have that stuff. But there are things there schools still do have a lot of extracurricular activities.
Mm-hmm.
It's sport and stuff, it's home ec stuff. You have to just find something you're interested in to do it, or your parent
Mm-hmm.
have to say you have to sign up for something. No, we don't have the Boys and Girls Club like we used to, but there are other stuff. There are things to do. And then when there
True.
are things to do, we have to, for somebody who work with kids and who works with different programs, we down there have to beg kids to come.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't want, I mean, when it comes to summer jobs, we have to
I see
beg
that a
kids
lot.
jobs.
I see that a lot, Tease. I
I
do. I
know
see that a lot.
firsthand. This is like
Mm-hmm.
people. This is like people in the community that offer like internships. People that offer like it used to be when like right now was the time where kids will apply for summer jobs. So by the time they got out of school, they already know I'm working at Garfield Park, or I'm working at the Folly Park. You had your summer lined up on doing basketball camp, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had to do. These kids have no interest in doing that because they don't. We wanted to work first of all because we wanted to get money for the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need money. They don't need money because every time
Mm-hmm.
a new iPhone come out, these kids got they phones newer than mine. I work.
Facts.
I mean, so I'm trying to figure out. I mean, so they don't. The desire to work is not. They don't want to because they don't have to work for anything, and it's a blessing to be able to provide for your kids and to give them. But sometimes, bro, I feel like just even if I had kids, e- e- everything can't be yes. Even
True.
if you do got it, because I've seen, and it's not saying the kids are bad, but a lot of these kids are entitled. They don't know the value of a dollar. Like they would
Agreed.
ask, you would say, "What you want for your birthday?" Uh, a new MacBook. What? That's $2,500.
Yeah,
But people will get it. I know
you
people that
get
go
it.
getting that. My baby wanted, my cause she got straight A's. Well, she should get straight A's. She should be a
Or
good student.
or they get it and they don't get straight A's.
Or they don't get straight A. And that's not saying don't reward your kid. I'm not saying that stuff at all. And we excessive, bro. We making excuses like it ain't that many. It's not that many. It's not as much as it used to be, but it is still a lot of stuff. And then when people
Hmm.
do create things, y'all don't come. It's a lot of mentor programs out there, bro. It's a lot of them. I know. I've seen with my own eyes. It's a lot of women that's trying to mentor females. It's a lot of guys from the community that have trying to change their life and trying to reach out to boys in the hood. If you don't
Yeah,
bring your child, and if you don't make them, you know, it's a lost cause.
it
It's
is
stuff
lost
out
cause.
there. It's stuff out there. If you know you got a wayward child and you sit on that and you know something wrong with them, you don't get them the therapy that they need for the trauma that they may be exposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your fault
And I understand what poverty does to a community.
for sure.
Poverty poverty does make crime increase. Poverty does make somebody who grew up with no food want to sell drugs. And now I understand that. I get that. Whether you make a decision or choice or not. But however, you cannot forget the word accountability. If you
Yeah,
choose to do this, this is what can happen.
yeah,
Whether you can say the DA wants to lock up all black people, whatever. If you choose to do it, this is what's going to happen. And
yeah.
at the same time, a lot of these, a lot of cities, even we can talk about Chicago, former mayors, former lawmakers, they voted, they didn't give budgets, and some of this stuff that they used to have, they pulled out.
He
They
did.
they pulled out.
Yeah,
They closing them schools in certain these areas.
absolutely.
What you
Be
think
that
is gonna happen? What you think is gonna
absolutely,
happen?
bro. That's what I'm saying. I know it's not just all the parents' fault. It's not a it's that's why I say it's a community thing. It's a lot of stuff that corruption has done to our neighborhoods on
Hmm.
purpose. You know what I'm saying? That and we know that. Um
Hmm.
there's also some things that there are some things that we done to ourselves, you know,
I agree. I agree.
you know.
And for me, man, like today, I saw a video where these kids cornered this white lady. She was trying to go inside the little building, and they just started attacking her. All I can say is, like, I usually hate watching videos like that, but all I commented was that's horrible, because I be thinking like, I'm always thinking like, look at all these black kids attacking this white lady. So imagine if somebody was standing around with a gun.
Mhm.
Just imagine if they would have started shooting.
Mhm.
Just
But
imagine how
imagine
many.
the anxiety that she gonna have every time she see black kids.
Of course, it's gonna be trauma. Of course.
It's already this stigma put on black people, specifically black men, that they're trying to attack white women, and then y'all do stuff like that.
Yeah,
You're falling into the stereotype.
we are, and we are. And perfect example, the young 60-year-old boy that got shot. He went to the door of the wrong house. He was going there to pick up his brother. White man came out, didn't even just shot him,
Mm-hmm. Shot him
shot him,
twice.
shot him twice.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like when you hear about that type of stuff, and you like, wait a minute, my son's 17. So
Right.
what if he go to the wrong house somewhere?
Mm-hmm. And this boy
Yeah,
wasn't no gang banging boy. This is a boy that's a honor student orchestra. Like he
fuck
is
all that.
nowhere near like thugged
But
out.
but you know what he is though? He's black, and that's
Yeah.
all that person saw was black skin, and he
And
and he lumped that young boy into what he thinks is every other black person.
But here's the thing too. Let me add this point though. There was an 80-year-old white man, so
Of course.
he
Yep.
he grew up
Yep.
in a different era that even if the man was that where he saw good black people and they still had this stupid stigma, even though they were the ones that were harassing, and doing Jim Crow and all that stuff, they
Yep.
still had this, that white superiority thing going on. So I'm gonna add that too. That it doesn't matter if he was studied that or not. That somebody that old and that white who do stuff like that, he been racist all his life. If you ask me, I don't have to know who he is to know. If you open the door and you shoot somebody without even knowing what's going on, you have hate in your heart way
Yeah.
before that day. So
Being being an 80-year-old white man, I'm sure. I don't want to stereotype him either, but
you can say
I'm sure he's.
you can stereotype for the fact that he for what happened.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's had them thoughts in his head before.
Or
You
we
know what
saw
I'm saying?
we saw a young black man. But that's the crazy
Yeah,
thing is though, bro. It's just like I don't see old white men, even though I may not trust certain people, but I don't see old white men automatically think he finna call me a nigga. He finna shoot
right,
me.
right,
I don't automatically put that on them. So I don't
right.
understand how they automatically just see a black boy and be like, he up to doing good. How?
He
How?
literally he literally went to the wrong house by mistake.
How? You know what I'm saying? Like it's y'all watch too much TV and y'all watch these rappers and stuff like that. And then we see what happened over the weekend with the kids in downtown acting stupid. So the media gonna play that out. But it's so many more kids that's really good. That's really good. You know what I'm saying? So why
That's what's
won't you
gonna happen.
why won't you
You right,
default
Teeth.
to a good
You
kid?
you right, Teeth. And this is another thing what I'll be afraid of. It's gonna be good kids who are gonna be downtown hanging out, going shopping. And all it takes is for one scared white person to be like, there's a mob, there's a group of black kids hanging
Yep.
out in front of the store.
Yep.
Anything can jump off.
Yep.
Anything. The police can roll up and they can jump off. Anything. Or another person, somebody else down there, it can jump off. That's what
Yep.
I mean. See, this is
And for
why,
that matter, bro, don't let your good kid go down there. I'm sorry.
no,
'Cause I
no,
want my good kid to come home and yes, they should be able to go downtown and shop and they shouldn't be, held, stereotype right down there. But because of this going on, I don't want my good baby to be involved in it. Sorry. You
nope,
can't
I
shop
don't
there.
either.
Go down
I
there.
don't either. And I told my son, I said, look, man, I
Not unless
said,
you with me.
but I told him, I said, son, I said, to be quite honest, you have a look. You have a stereotypical look. I said, you're gonna be profiled. I said, you're
Yep.
driving now. You got the locks going on. You're tall. I
Mhm.
mean, you're gonna be profiled, man. And I
Right.
and I told him, and I said, if anybody say something to you out of pocket, don't even respond. Don't
Mhm.
respond. Don't give nobody no fuel to
Right.
harm you. Just come
Right.
home.
Right.
I said, if police stop you or whatever, don't give them no lip.
Right.
Just give them your license. They ask you who car it is. Tell them the insurance is in the glove compartment. And if they still give you a hard time, tell them to call your parents.
Right.
That's all you got to do.
Right.
Don't give them nothing to use
Right.
against you because
Yeah.
I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna bring some people who wear the same uniform like they do. They gonna come with
Right.
me and we're gonna
Right.
fix it all. And I told him
Right.
that because like you said, these kids get stereotyped more than ever now. It's
Yeah.
beyond the old South in the 50s, 60s. It's
Mhm.
they get stereotyped now because all people think is that young black kids they thugs. They
Right.
got dreads in their hair, they thugs.
Right.
They all think that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And the messed up part is I like the young boys wearing locks. I like that they wear their hair, they little short, little froze on their little braids because to me that's ethnic black people.
Yep.
And we grew up in a generation, bro, with just if we're keeping it real, well, we had to be whitewashed, watered
Yeah.
down, so
Yeah.
so to make white folks feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And this generation don't have to do that. And that is a good thing. And America has to catch up that we came, that braids are not new, locks are not new. You know what I'm saying? Kinky hair is that we don't have white hair. And now, we didn't perm the shit out of our heads to the point that we have cancer in our systems. For
Hmm.
to make white folks feel comfortable because they don't like kinky hair. Well, you
Yep.
know what? That's BS. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it's a shame that because we wear ethnic hairstyles, now you're stereotyped. You know what I'm saying? A certain way, and it
Big
shouldn't be that
time.
way. It shouldn't be that way, and that's why I do like that. So many of the young boys, they have locks, they have braids, because it's, to me, it's just showing, it's showing our true blackness, and we
It
shouldn't
does.
have shouldn't have to, if you want to wear a fade, that's fine, but if you want to grow your hair out in this natural state, you should be able to do
Hmm.
that. And they
That's
don't have nothing
true.
to do with, you
That's
know
true.
um a corporate look. It don't have nothing to do with my grades. Like, it's a lot of people with braids that are geniuses. You know what I'm saying? So, America wants you to look in because they have this idea of what, you know, beauty and all that stuff look like. It's messed up. They have to tell our kids that. You know what
You
I'm
can
saying?
still be clean cut with locks. You can still
Absolutely.
be you can still be an outstanding citizen with locks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, everybody
You
not
know?
Chief Keef. And hell, Chief
Right.
Keef got to get up out of here.
That's right.
So
But I mean, but shit, I'm gonna keep it 100. If I'm anywhere and I see a group of dudes with dreads and white tees, I'm crossing the street. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm crossing the street, man. I'm crossing the street.
I ain't gonna disagree with you. Because
Now,
some of them, they be yeah. I'm with you.
now, speaking of schools, is that little video we had put in the group where this teacher and the student got into it, and I think it was a young girl. Ain't no telling what grade she was in, but I guess I think the teacher took her phone. That's what it was.
Hmm.
And then the old girl said, "Give me my phone back." And, the teacher being a teacher, she like, no, whatever. So you know they went back and forth, and all of a sudden the young girl stole on the teacher, and then the teacher reacted and commenced to throwing her down and beating her ass on the floor. Now I know how it looked to us looking at it. We was like, damn. But let's rewind. Should teachers hit students?
I'm gonna give you my honest answer. I think it depends. I think it depends. You know, should students hit teachers? No. No. If a student hits a teacher, there should be severe consequences, and they should go to jail. They
Okay.
should get they should have they should get charged with some kind of battery. Sorry.
Okay.
Now I understand that the thing is, it's an adult, and adults supposed to have a different emotional intelligence, in the sense that you should be able to uh
De-escalate.
de-escalate. So that's why I said it depends. So if you're in the middle of de-escalating, um and a child continues to, wail on you, then I feel like do what you got to do. Do what you got to
Okay.
do. But in general, I would want, I know the right thing to do is for the teacher to de-escalate,
Right.
but any child, I don't understand how a child feels emboldened to do that.
Me either. I never understood that.
I don't understand how you feel that bold over a phone, that and you going and to me, this, you trying to show out for your classroom, bro. These kids don't have no sense. You gotta read the room. I can look at that teacher and know she ain't the one or the two.
Oh yeah, I can tell too. I
I
can
can look
tell.
at her and know, like, that would have been a teacher. If I was in that classroom, I would have knew off right away. I'm not gonna play with her. Like, you could just
Mm-mm.
tell. So she talking about on my mama and on this stuff. Did you finna give me my phone? No, because if she told you to do something and you didn't do it, and she took your phone, you get your phone after class or after school or whatever it is. You hit that lady, and again, this goes back to some kids being manipulative. You hit her thinking she's a substitution, she's a substitute. She not
Yeah.
gonna hit me back because parents, because teachers can't hit students back, and so I'm gonna hit her, because she can hit me back wrong. I can look at her and know she a teacher that's gonna get in your ass if you hit her.
If you hit her,
So
she sure got on her ass, boy. Ooh wee,
I
ooh
mean,
wee.
so I don't feel bad. I mean, I would have wished, it didn't get that far, but I would have wished the girl didn't have. She should never hit she should never hit. You should never be raising up to no adult. If she not trying to hurt you, the teacher wasn't trying to hurt her. So if she wasn't doing anything to you, you had no reason to hit her.
Right.
You
That's
know.
what I said. But this little girl again. I always say this though. Going back to that word again, accountability. If there ain't no accountability at home, she probably don't give a fuck. My
Yeah.
mama probably told her, anybody touch you,
Yep.
you beat their ass.
Yep.
Okay,
But the teacher
all right.
didn't touch her though.
No, she didn't. She didn't.
You know.
She didn't at all.
Think about
Now,
the teacher
unfortunately,
that broke her leg a few
yeah.
because the girl, a certain situation went crazy, fighting her like a wild animal. And bro, these girls doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
These girls.
Girl, I know it be girls. They be girls. Girls.
No,
Hey,
these are
man,
not. These ain't even boys. These is females acting like wild animals, bro.
I hate to
Yeah,
say it. I hate to say it because it looks bad, but I mean, listen, I have a ton of respect for teachers, even substitute teachers, because some of these schools, these kids, whoo, man,
they no respect.
no respect,
They
no
had no
respect.
respect, and but bro, that's an at home thing. That's an at home thing. You learn respect at home, and that's what I'm saying. Like this generation, they 15, they mama 30, so or 29, and
Hmm.
they mama don't have no respect for nobody, and they mamas, like you said, they condone that stuff. We see
They do.
it. They be on the internet acting a fool, and they kids do the same. They be on the internet over sexual. I don't. I be so surprised that women with daughters post sexual things like that. And
Yeah,
then you be wondering like why your daughter
yeah,
is over sexualized. You showed her that. So
and getting bust down.
you can't right. You it's a you can't be upset with her if she gets pregnant at 15 because she see what she see.
She see her mama doing it.
Yeah. And people like this ladies that be like they feel like I'm grown. I could say this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's a different. I cannot imagine my mama. My parents are only 21 years older than me, so they
Hmm.
ain't that old. So I can't imagine being back in the day if we had this kind of access, bro. And I can't imagine my mama and my dad like my dad posting about his cock online. Like what? I just don't see it. I can't see my mama like posting like a selfie to show her, to show her
Yeah,
to show her backside. You know what I'm saying? Or to
yeah.
show her breasts. And I can't imagine her just saying that kind of stuff. Like
I
with
can't
kids,
either.
like I like
But these
you have
kids,
a
they
daughter.
mamas doing it. These mamas and these daughters competing though, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, because some of these mamas they wanna still be young, and you
Yeah,
know, um they trying to show they still got it. So it's interesting. It's
man.
sad though. This is
It,
sad. This is a sad. I just we need the minister. We need the minister. We need to
we
cause
need to minister. We need to
you
minister.
know what? They ain't even trying to be like I'm not trying to be, over. I'm not trying to be churchy. But to me, bro, a lot of this stuff that's happening in this world, it's the absence of God. Ain't no
Yes,
getting around it. It's the absence of God. Like, even if you don't go to church, like it's something we all have something in us, whether you call it the universe, you want to call it Mother Nature. Everybody has a center. You got a soul.
you be grounded. You want to be grounded.
You gotta
Yeah,
be
be
you
grounded.
gotta be in touch with that middle. And when
Yeah,
you not, you act like a wild animal. You do stuff when you're not in tune with that. You do stuff because you have no direction. And any
right.
any society where anything goes is mad chaos. America is mad chaos because in the quest to be the land of the free, we have too much. We allow too much foolishness at the
Yep.
same time, and then everybody, a lot of black people. We our community still used to be close to the church, and I'm not saying the church has not wronged some people, and the church has not took advantage of some people, but I don't think it was done. I don't think more damage was done than what was good. That's my personal
I'm with that.
opinion. That's my
I'm with
personal
that.
opinion. Like it's a church wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad all bad either.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It
And
wasn't
people
all bad either.
and people were actually grounded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to have
Grounded.
something center you. And even like I said, it may not be church for you. It could be hell, you can do yoga. Something needs to bring you down. To meditate so you can have a clear mind. Like all this
Something.
energy, got to go somewhere, bro. If you don't know how to center it, you don't know how to decompress. Like this stuff got to go somewhere, and it's for us. For me, the decompression come from knowing God, right, and being a Christian, and following those principles. So that ain't your thing, but you gotta do something.
Do something.
You gotta answer to something, or you just
These
anything goes.
these people don't answer to nothing. Nothing. Because they
It is
know
what
they,
it is.
they
Look at where we are.
yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Like that's why I don't even like you can't even shoulder shrug and just whatever. But because it's hard because you look at it and be like, man, ain't nothing getting better.
Right. It can get discouraging sometimes.
Yeah, it can, but it ain't. But I just think beyond having been grounded in religion or whatever. At some point, you got to know, like, man, I gotta want better for myself.
Absolutely.
I gotta want better for myself.
Absolutely.
I want better than what my parents had. I want better than what they parents had. And you just gotta try to break that cycle, that change.
But we not
Despite,
better, though, bro.
I know, I mean, and I get it. Despite the
Statistically,
challenges,
we owned more. We owned more back in the post-slavery. Black people owned more back then. And again, I understand powers that be. There are a lot of some things that infiltrated our communities and took over. I understand that. That absolutely was a real thing, and that did happen. But there also our family structure was a lot different.
yeah, it was a lot
And the
different.
family structure that we have now was not what we saw.
But that's what
You
I'm
know,
talking about. I'm talking about now. What people are saying, these young kids are saying now. They just saying, okay, well, all I gotta do is scam. All I gotta do is hit a lick. Man, you should want more than that. You
PPP
should want
loan.
more than that. Yeah, I mean, you should want more than that. But
Yeah,
you know, I hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully it will. That's all
yeah,
I can say. I hope so.
yeah.
Calm down, Cairo. Calm down. Calm down. My dog getting nervous. Calm down. So the last thing I want to talk about, shout out to Jalen Hurts.
He got the money. Show me the
Jalen
money.
Jalen Hurts got a bag today. He got a bag today. He got a big extension, 5 years, 255 million, highest paid player in NFL history right now. 179 million of that was guarantees. Um, I'm happy
Which,
for him because he
which
because
that
he
don't
got a
happen
black. It
with the
don't.
NFL guarantee
It
money
don't.
is a hard thing to come by. Yeah.
He got a black agent too,
A
female.
black woman agent. He got a whole shout out to Jalen Hurts. His whole team's women.
Yeah,
Black and
yeah.
white. He got a whole team of women around him, and it's crazy. People were not high on him initially. You know what I'm
No,
saying? They
no,
weren't high on him, and then now he's been to the Super Bowl, and he's each year progressively gotten better.
he did. I'm
You
happy
know?
for him because he cashed out and.
Yeah.
And I just want him to do well. I mean, I don't know if he'll win a Super Bowl, whatever, but I'm glad that they cashed him out. He seems like he a good dude. He seems like when he playing, he gets better every year. Um, And hey, 179 million guaranteed. Hey, young man, black man, be great. Straight up.
Yeah, like why couldn't I meet somebody like that?
It's still hope. Remember what I told
I'm
you
gonna
to
have to
do.
give me I'm about to
Remember,
get
remember, remember I put
But-
in that group.
y'all,
they got
ladies,
they gotta watch that. The listeners gotta watch that video, man. That was hilarious.
ladies, we gonna post that too. I'm sorry to sidetrack, but we should talk about this in the beginning about that video,
Yeah,
ladies.
they gotta post that.
We got to talk about this one episode about this emergence of men and booty hole action.
Oh
So
boy,
I'm
dude.
gonna just put that there.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You
But
know what?
anyway,
Why don't you save that for when we had an all female panel on?
that's why I said we're gonna talk about that. But
And then
anyway,
I
back
I
to
sit in the back. I sit in the back of that episode.
Jalen. Yeah, we gonna do that. But back to Jalen. I'm
Yeah,
happy for him. I'm happy to see a young brother get that bag and deservingly, you know what I'm saying? And
yep,
like I said, because NFL it's hard to have guaranteed money. That's what's up. But everybody
yeah.
talking about Lamar Jackson now though.
Hey, listen. All I'm gonna say is this: Jalen has an agent. That's all I'm gonna say. He has an agent. He has somebody to buffer things on his behalf. He has somebody to negotiate on his behalf. So that's all I'm gonna say. Again, I hope Lamar. I hope Lamar can be on the field this year because I want to see him play.
Yeah.
But Lamar need an agent. It's just my opinion, and
Mhm.
I just that's how I feel.
Yeah. And it is not to even say like I understand where he feels like he's gotten certain deals without an agent, or he feels like he wants the money to just to go to him and his family. I get
Yep,
it, but if you got that big of a bag and your agent got a piece of that, you still rich.
it's
You're
only three
still
percent.
right. You're still wealthy, and so I
Yep,
mean that's what they deserve for getting you for negotiating on your behalf. That's what they
on your
do. Like
behalf.
you're a player. You go out there and play, and that's what your job is. And then my job
Yep,
is sure because you do that, you get the bag, you get the advertisements, you get the sponsors. Like that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that work for you while you just go on the court and just or the field and just do what you got to do. So
your job is to perform. I'll take care of the business. That's that's
right,
that's how it's supposed to work.
right, yep.
But hey, Lamar, come on, Lamar, get it done, baby. Get it done, Lamar. I want to see you play. I want to see you play, Lamar. Get it done. That's all. That's all. All right, Tiz, what you got? What you got left? Shouts out. Anything you want to say to the people? Any ratchet stuff?
No, not ratchet. Just thank y'all for listening. If you haven't, I gotta say this earlier in the show to make sure y'all like. I can't. I gotta wait. I gotta say we gotta start saying it in the beginning of the show just to make sure that y'all when y'all first start, just like and subscribe while y'all watching. If you're watching, just go ahead and click like or go ahead and subscribe and comment. But thank you all for who have been listening via Apple, via Spotify. Those numbers have been good, but we want to get
Hell
our
yeah.
YouTube up. So we need y'all to when you're listening to definitely, comment and like and share for us. So but thank y'all who's
Keep
been doing
keep listening.
yeah, keep listening. We trying to be consistent and trying to, stay in contact with the people, our age group, our demographic. We say some of this, some of that, because we don't want to pigeonhole ourselves into be, you know, a man versus woman show. We don't want to be a
True.
sports show. We want to be all inclusive. So you may get this, you may get that, you never know. So that's what we're gonna keep trying to do. Make sure that we are we got a variety. We're a variety show. So,
We
you know,
versatile.
yeah.
You
So,
know what
but
I'm
thank
saying?
y'all for rocking with us though for sure.
Hey, and ladies, if you eat that booty, you're gonna get married.
Yeah. And on that note, I'm gonna be a player for life. Yeah. Cause I ain't going.
Oh man. I ain't gonna be able to do it to you.
Get somebody else to do it. I'm just saying. You gonna have to get somebody else to do
Get somebody else to do it.
it.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Uh,
Uh,
I am so good on that.
Teach is good on that, y'all. Don't get no hey
Yeah.
dudes. Don't come and teach inbox talking about that. She good on that.
Mm-mm. No, thank you.
She
Yeah.
ain't gonna be able to do it.
I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I'm not that grown and yeah, I ain't that kind of freak. So but it's women to do it. So but
Oh
that's why I'm telling
yeah.
people like, listen, if my guy was like, that's what I want, you know what? I'm gonna have to give you a pass. Cause
Damn.
I
Damn.
can't do it for you. I'm sorry, I can't
Man.
do it. I can't do it
She
for you.
can't
So
do it. No good. No good. She can't do it.
no good. But that's what I mean. But it's a thing, bro. It's a lot of people it's a lot of guys that's with it. So
With their legs up or on all fours.
yeah. Spread eagle.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Hey, you know what, man?
They be dropping it high, baby.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's a
Whew.
thing, bro. It's a thing. It's some guys they into that, bro.
I don't even know what to say, man. I'm just gonna leave it alone, man.
Should have
I'm
brought
gonna
it
leave
up
it
to y'all
alone.
last week when the other guys is here.
Yeah. We
Been an
should have, but
incident.
they was gonna lie anyway. I bet
Mm-hmm.
they was gonna lie.
Well, those two ain't the two that lie. So
No,
they
true that,
so
true that.
they probably would whether they was into it or not. I think we would have got a real answer from them.
Definitely a real answer. You right.
Yeah,
Definitely a real answer.
I think they would have gave us the real deal. So
But next week we in the studio, y'all. We got some guests, so we're in the studio. We'll drop the
this
episode.
is our entrepreneur episode. So
Yes, this is a good
you
episode coming
are
up.
trying to be a boss, trying to start a business, you will want to listen to this show next week. The two people that we got on there, they are successful business owners in Chicago. So you'll be surprised by what they got going on. So yeah, so
Yes,
we excited about that. So if you into business and you're trying to get into business, we encourage y'all to listen next week for sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
And this episode, this will probably drop Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure y'all go ahead and like that, leave a comment. Some of that podcast, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on all the DSPs. Leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see y'all next week.
See you next week. Peace.
Peace.